Taylor Swift, bad blood with Blake Lively. I am not your dragon. Guys, this is a crazy one. So let me give you the details. So it says Taylor Swift feels she was used by Blake Lively in her war with Justin Baldoni. And she resents Blake calling her one of her dragons and leveraging her name. Sure. As we reported, there was a critical meeting at Blake and Ryan Reynolds' New York City penthouse with Justin to discuss a scene that Blake had rewritten for It Ends With Us. Justin has said the meeting got super heated and he felt ambushed because Ryan and Taylor showed up. Guys, I think this is a bunch of BS, and I'm going to tell you why in a second. But a well-connected source close to Taylor tells TMZ Taylor came to Blake's apartment at the time Blake told her to, not knowing anyone else would be there. In other words, Taylor had no idea there was a meeting going on with Justin. The source goes on to say Justin was about to leave after the 2-hour meeting as Taylor walked in, and she was introduced to him for the first and only time. We're told all Taylor said to Justin was how excited she was to see the movie because he was her friend's boss. He was the boss now? Really? Is this what y'all want us to believe? Our source says Taylor believes Blake timed her meeting with Justin so Taylor would arrive before he left and is baffled by Blake later characterizing her as her dragon. The source adds, it's weird to say that about a friend. And so this is the famous text. If you haven't heard it already, this is what Blake Lively sent to Justin Baldoni, and it's deranged after this meeting. If you ever get around to watching Game of Thrones, you'll appreciate that I'm Khaleesi, and like her, I happen to have a few dragons, for better or worse, but usually for better, because my dragons also protect those I fight for. So really, we all benefit from those gorgeous monsters of mine. You will too. I can promise you. Hey, so I want to show you guys my new merch that I have over on my store, realmelanieking.com. The actual link to this product line will be in the description box at the top, as well as the pinned comment at the top of this video. But take a look. I have my team, Justin. I have my Justice Dragon right there. And then I also have It Ends With Court. Now I have these shirts in 2 different colors. Both of these come in white as well as lilac. So you have it there. And then let me show you the lilac one, because you guys have been asking me about it. I've been talking about it for quite some time, and I'm just now getting around to it. And these designs are exclusive to me. I actually designed these. And let me show you, as you can see, there's the mug, there's the pillow, which is double-sided. So both sides of that pillow are like that. But now let me show you the Justice Dragon one as well. There you go. And so it's a big old dragon, and it doesn't have Justin's name on it because I feel like, you know, you're not going to want to walk around with Justin's name on you, but it's instead, it just says Justice. And I'll just show you this last one. I'll just kind of breeze over there so you can see it a little bit up close. But again, all of these come in mugs as well as pillows and shirts. And I will be adding more and more. But again, the pinned comment at the top will have the link directly to this, as well as it will be the first link you see in the description box. Guys, I'm itching to give you the BS, to tell you this is BS. Remember, Blake texted Justin after the meeting, referring to herself as Khaleesi from Game of Thrones and Taylor and Ryan as her protective dragons. And there's more. The sources say Taylor is learning Blake has been inappropriately leveraging her name for a long time, like telling a young actress that Taylor cast her, which simply did not happen. TMZ dropped a new podcast Wednesday, Two Angry Men. I actually went over that in my last video, and this is why I think this is BS. and it talks about the podcast, but then it says, if you go to 2537 on the podcast player to hear that exchange, it's easy to read between the lines, but it's clear Taylor feels used. This is a huge falling out. Taylor is godmother to one of Blake and Ryan's kids. Wait, I thought she was the godmother to 3 of her kids. That's what's been reported forever. Taylor Swift even featured one of her children in one of her songs, her albums. So, guys, this is like gaslighting. I mean, they are really trying to protect Taylor Swift. But one source close to Blake has a different take, telling TMZ Blake believes the relationship is not strained, with the two still talking regularly. Another source close to the situation says Taylor was pissed about the extent to which she was involved, and specifically, she was angry about the dragons remark. But Blake has since apologized. They had a good cry and hugged it out. Oh my gosh, guys, it's just insanity, the spin that they're trying to do to protect Taylor Swift. So I just reported on this podcast, and you can see TMZ, what's his name, Harvey, is just, isn't the PR, didn't you win the PR battle? Isn't it over? Are you really going to depose Taylor Swift? I mean, how could you do that to her? She's not really involved. How do we know that? And even Justin Baldoni's lawyer says literally while they're talking, like, we haven't had discovery yet. We haven't seen any of the text messages. We don't know what her involvement is. So them putting this out here like this is them trying to save Taylor's image. And they have been doing this for quite some time. You see this in the mainstream press over and over. And usually when this happens, it is her PR people that are putting these stories out. This isn't like sources. These are usually her people that are directly talking to TMZ. TMZ has even admitted that they're getting information from their side. So if you look at the evidence, if you look at, if you take into account, like I said, there was a Reddit post, which was back in August, where a person laid out all the different things that were going on behind the scene. And they mentioned that Taylor Swift, Blake Lively wanted Taylor Swift's song to be in the movie. But Taylor Swift found out that the composer for the movie, well, he was mean to her once. So she didn't want him there. And it was either Sony Sony was either going to choose her song, or they were going to choose this composer. So what ended up happening, which was confirmed by the new composer. So they get the new composer, which is the composer from Deadpool, to come on over to It Ends With Us. They give him a call and say, can you create a score? Can you compose this movie, put this together, guys, in a week at the end of everything? And he's just like, a week? I can't do that. He's literally talking about this on a podcast. And he's like, I can't do that in a week, maybe 3 weeks. He ended up doing it in a month. So why did they bring on the new composer? Why is no one talking about that? This was confirmed by the composer from Deadpool. He was brought off of there to work on It Ends With Us. And then I played a video earlier where Blake Lively is saying Taylor Swift was with her through this entire process. And then I also find it ironic, how come Taylor Swift has not, when this first dropped, why didn't Taylor Swift stand up for her friend? Like, why didn't she come out? Isn't she a girl boss and women empowerment and all those things? What happened to all of that? It's been crickets. Now, it is not until we see the Justin Baldoni's lawsuit and it was a mention of Taylor Swift. And now that it's grown legs on social media and online in the amended lawsuit, then now she's just so offended and all of these other things. So are you saying you don't believe your friend? You didn't believe her then? It's just complete BS. And to tie back into how involved Taylor Swift was into the whole Me Too movement and how it was very peculiar that she did not support her friend when she came out and essentially said that she was sexually harassed by Justin Baldoni, and that the godmother of Me Too, who was Megan Twohey, wrote it for the New York Times, is the one that did the article about Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. But look at this. Taylor Swift was so involved with the Me Too and Megan Twohey and Ronan Farrow that she was named Person of the Year for Time magazine during the Me Too era. Now, I am working on a video to put out for you guys, and she's right there on the cover. I'm working on a video to put out for you guys about this, but I'm calling BS on this entire thing. And this is a way to save Taylor's reputation and trying to distance herself from Blake Lively. Guys, make sure you're following me on my socials below. Also, go ahead and check out the link below in my description box. And also the pinned comment at the top will have my Team Justin merch that I showed you guys in this video. And with that, I will see you on the next one.